Scarpins Avenue.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Sklar Country, the virus edition, aka the Pandy Pods.
AKA two flannels, two mammals.
Okay, aka with a jetpack and Baby Ponyo joining in. It's time for this epic adventures of Randalorian.
Hey.
Or Pondolorian.
Pandolorian.
That was from our good friend, Huddletron, aka Huddlestein.
I want to visit him in New Zealand.
I do
this
too.
Is all over, my
Old
man.
Zealand, New Zealand. Hey, I look forward to that. And we'll talk about that in an upcoming show, just about the notion of travel and what that means in the future and just how that to me feels like when we'll be all the way back. But I hope none of you traveled over Thanksgiving. I hope you kept it low. You kept it mellow.
Yep.
You had a Thanksgiving with your immediate family. You watched the Kennel Club Dog Show. You watched the
watched
parade.
Macy's Day Parade.
So did I. We watched
Not
Macy's
bad.
Day. We watched Macy's Day Parade. We watched the Kennel
Lions
Club
football.
Dog Show. Watched the Lions lose. And then later at night, after Thanksgiving is over and we've cleaned everything up, we watch The Great Pumpkin and the Charlie Brown Thanksgiving. It's my favorite.
Phenomenal.
By the way, they're two of the most brilliant half hours of TV ever.
Great Pumpkin.
Brilliant. The idea that this girl, Charlie Brown's sister's first Halloween where she was going to go trick-or-treating, she didn't even know what it was wasted because she liked Linus and was hanging out in the pumpkin patch with him. He of ultimate faith, of almost blind faith in a certain way, believing in things. He believed in God, he believes in all that stuff. Right. And he blew her first her first Halloween because she believed in him and then she gave it to him. It was so good.
So lets him have it.
It was so good. All right. So
before we get into the show,
yes.
we have to mention tomorrow we're doing a very cool thing, or today.
Today, as this drops on Tuesday, the 1st, we're doing at noon West Coast time.
So noon Pacific.
Noon Pacific time, 3 o'clock Eastern time. We're doing this thing. It's with it's going to be so much fun. We're doing a live kind of Dumb People Town conversation. It's a conversation between us and Daniel Van Kirk, and you guys can leave voicemails that will play.
Audio like messages that we then respond to within the show in like real time. It's super interactive. It's called, you got to download the app. It's free.
It's called Stereo is the app. And look us up. Look up Randy, Jason, and Daniel and follow us. And then we'll let you know. It'll let you know that there's a live Dumb People Town happening at noon tomorrow.
We'll
West
throw
Coast
up a
time.
link. So today, it's actually today, noon today, Tuesday, the 1st of December. We're so excited. The more people we get to listen and participate, the better it is for us.
And the more we get to do these things, it's going to be different than the live Dumb People Town and different than a regular Dumb People Town. It's going to be more of a conversation, and it's just going to be super fun. It's going to be like hanging out. Again, Stereo is the free app that you can get on your phone, and you can listen to it and listen to our conversations. And other great people are on there too. Jeff Ross is on there.
Yeah.
Brian Moses is on there.
It's almost like live podcasting kind of going on all the time.
It's almost like a radio of podcasts. We jokingly say, turn the dial to us, and you can do that with Stereo. It's so cool. So check that out.
Today at noon.
December 1st at noon. All right, should we jump into this?
Okay, yeah. At this point, and I thought about this a lot, Rand, if you refuse to wear a mask with COVID peaking, hardcore peaking, and yes, I know we've got vaccines on the horizon, and yes, I know the future is rosy, but right now, in this moment, if you refuse to wear a mask in North America, one of two things should happen to you. Number one, you should get fined.
Yep.
Number two, you should get COVID.
I think you should be fined $5,000.
Yeah.
Does that sound crazy?
No.
People would wear masks if you got fined $5,000.
So what's a no seatbelt ticket? 300?
Yeah. I think
400? That's a pretty good deterrent.
Yeah. People put their seatbelts on.
And
nobody clips their seatbelt in and says my human rights are being violated.
So here's what I say. I think you should get COVID, and then the person you harassed who asked you to put on a mask should get to take your hospital bed.
It should
just
be
arrest them,
between
even
you.
if they don't need it.
That's right.
Just like, I'm kind of tired. I just want to
Lay him down
for a night.
Give her an IV bag.
And of course, look, it's one thing to be an asshole to someone who's telling you to put the mask on, but it's one person if it's someone who owns the place who's kind of being a dick to you and being condescension. But if you're going to be an asshole to just the person who's telling you that just the messenger of the rule of the store that they work for, they're not demanding it from you. They're just saying, look, this is the rule of the store,
right?
This store policy.
You got to put a mask on if you're coming in the store.
I have to do what they do. Look, restaurants. Do you remember in restaurants, Rand, when like really, really nice restaurants, and we didn't eat at a bunch of these, but maybe once or twice in our lives when we were younger, if we went to a restaurant like Tony's in St. Louis, if you weren't wearing a sport coat,
they would give you a sport
jacket.
Coat.
You guys are supposed to wear a jacket in this restaurant.
Why?
They go into a closet, you put on a jacket. No one was like punching people because they were told they had to wear a jacket in Tony's.
But by the way, I bet today they would punch someone and be like, I can wear flip-flops in Tony. Like, they don't realize that the business dictates. If you don't like this rule, don't eat here.
Right.
Don't shop here if you don't like the rule.
But the goal behind the rule of the jacket, which I don't even necessarily agree or don't agree, is they want to create a nice atmosphere.
That's right.
They want people to come to this place on special occasions and not look over and see some jackass in a tank top.
That's right.
They want to see people out on a special night on the town, and they want to curate that vision of the place. That's it.
And by the way,
come eat here, that's the rules.
You gotta be dressed nicer.
It's not totalitarianism. It's not people coming and trying to tell you how to run their lives. It's just like, that's the ambiance we want to create.
Imagine if that happened today. People get spit on, punched in the face.
And then they'd yelled at, and then they'd have to take it.
That's right.
Like the poor person in this story. Let's get into the most violent anti-masking situation we've seen
since Valerie Plame.
And here's what's crazy, right, Rand? It happened in Canada.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it happened in Canada.
Hey, John, did you hear about Brandon?
Brandon beat up a Wal Mart greeter.
He beat up an employee just for asking him to put a mask on. It was horrible, John Doerr.
It was awful. Beat him in the middle of the store in front of other people.
Get on top of him, John Doerr, like it was a hockey fight.
And he beat him down. Oh, he's playing Pee Wee hockey now too, John. Did I say that?
Doing some floor checking.
Yeah.
And forechecking.
Floor checking.
And forechecking.
He plays floor hockey too.
He's in a floor hockey.
He beat the crap out of this guy right in the middle of a Wal Mart.
He put some zingers on him.
During moose hunting season, too.
And you know what? He only had his elk
license.
So
it's not lost on us, by the way, that this happened in Canada, which I'm going to say proves that Canada has asshats, too.
That's right. That's right.
Also, and this might be it. We touched on this when we were
It's hockey culture.
Is hockey culture...
Well, I think there are less fights in hockey nowadays. It's being more restricted, so it's going to come out somewhere else.
But fighting is still allowed in hockey a little bit.
It is.
It's still allowed. Like if two guys drop gloves, this is the only sport in all of professional sports. If two guys drop the gloves and square off, you just let them fight.
Let them fight it out.
Let them fight until they get to the ground.
Yep.
And then we can go in and break it up. Like the rules of fighting, I guess, in the real world. But it is kind of interesting that that's part of the culture in Canada. And Ray and I have always said Canada's like America in the 1970s, or a hockey game. It's a lot of rush being played.
A lot of white
dudes
people
fighting each other. Mm-hmm. It's like
just a lot of white in general. That's Canada.
It's a time warp sport.
Canada.
Oh, but maybe fighting is part of the game, and maybe that's part of Canadian
Fights
culture.
Are legal.
Or maybe this person in the story is just a supreme asshole.
I think he is. Let's dig into it.
I'm open to that. Okay. All right. 30-year-old man has been arrested for assault and mischief. It definitely wasn't mischievous.
It's not fun.
It was evil.
Mischief is fun. Mischief is like a witch.
After allegedly assaulting an employee at a Wal Mart.
Goblin.
Allegedly assaulting an employee at a Wal Mart.
No, you assaulted him. There's video footage of you assaulting this employee.
Well, I guess there's a question as to whether this was the actual video of what happened, but it is kind of bizarre. And here's where I kind of love this. In British Columbia, it's in Dawson's Creek.
There you go.
And by the way, it's on camera.
Was the beak there?
That's what I want to know. If anything happens in Dawson's Creek.
Beak alert!
I wonder if James Vanderbeek gets a little alert on his phone.
Yeah, it's like an Amber Alert, but it's a beak alert.
A little beak alert.
That's right.
I met him at the
Tweak the beak.
I met Vanderbeek at a Dodgers game.
The beak.
And he was really nice.
Of course he was.
He threw out the first pitch, and I was up in this box, the MLB box, and it was right when Kaepernick was doing his thing, beginning of that.
Yeah.
And I knelt during the national anthem and held up a
Black Power fist,
and he thought that was the funniest thing ever. Like, could not stop
Should have
telling
been
me how
kneeling
funny
with
it was.
you. Should have been kneeling with you. It's not funny. It's a real statement.
Made him laugh in a skybox.
Okay.
So the RCMP was called to the store around 8 p.m.
Royal Canadian Mounted Police.
Do they ride their horses into the store?
Nope, they ride on moose.
They ride
on moose.
Brandon punched the moose. He's getting so big.
had gotten a fight with a 1,200-pound moose,
he
punched the moose
right in
the
front of its
snout.
babies. It was a mom. All right.
Yeah.
After reports of a customer assaulting an employee who asked him to wear a face mask, which is both store policy and the provincial order of
That's
British
the
Columbia.
truth. You've got to do it, dumbass.
So this guy didn't antagonize the customer.
He just asked him to wear a mask.
and it's not his idea to do it.
Or even his store. He doesn't own Walmart. This isn't Dave Wal Mart.
This is a British Columbia mandate that they have to do it. So you're taking it out on this poor guy because he's telling you what he's supposed to do.
And it's to protect that guy too. Like, that's the crazy thing.
It's to help, keep
other
him
people
safe.
and this guy.
How dumb can you be? Seriously, that's like punching someone for asking you to lower the bar on the roller coaster before you go up to the thing. Like, really? You like this person's like, hey, you might want to put this down, and you instead punch
Him
that
and
person.
spit in his face.
Like, we can't let the roller coaster go until you put it down, and they just throw a fit. And by the way, it's not like this employee, like we said, is like taking a sip of Tim Hortons coffee.
Oh, yeah. He had a big old glass of
And
Tim
looking around the
Hortons.
store being like, who do I want to mess with out here? Who
This
do
guy
I want?
here?
This
Let's
fat
give
guy
him a
over
tough
here?
time.
Let me see
Let's
if I
give him
can
a
get
tough time right here.
This fat, white, angry dude.
Yep.
Let's see. And maybe this is the moment, the tipping point where Walmart can say, hey, we don't need greeters anymore.
That's right.
What is the greeters point at Walmart anymore?
It was another job. To me, it felt like communist Russia in the way of like,
to me, it's where old people went to go do things if they could just do, hey, I like talking to people. Good. You go talk to people, but no one needs to know where things are in a store necessarily. No one needs to be the
greeter doesn't tell you where anything is.
They
The
just
greeter
say,
says,
"Hi, welcome
you
to
need a
Walmart."
cart?
But
they're right here.
But when someone addresses you and you're walking into a place and you don't know them, doesn't it throw you off a little bit?
Jarring on some
You're
levels.
just like,
Jarring.
whoa, what?
Hey, I'm
Why
sorry. I
why
wasn't
are you
even
entering
thinking.
my headspace?
Yeah.
It's a little bit jarring. And if they're the ones that have to tell you to wear a mask, and I don't know if this guy was the greeter, but this might be a moment for them to reevaluate whether
We don't need
greeters.
them. We don't need them at this point. And you don't want to take people's greeting jobs away, but maybe we can put them in another area.
Well, it's like
Maybe I'll tell you where you need a greeter. Customer service.
Yes.
Hey, welcome to customer service. How are you doing
How
today?
you doing today?
Can I talk to you a little bit while you're are you okay?
Tell me what's wrong,
going
and let me
on?
see if
I'm
we
going to
can
sort of
you.
help you. Like a greeter there.
You put them in the front of the store. It's like putting someone in red in the middle of a bull ring.
Don't need it.
After reviewing surveillance footage, RCMP identified the suspect and arrested him at his home.
Yeah. They went 2 days.
All right, there's some horses out in the front.
You better come out or start running out the back because those things can gallop.
He has since been released and is expected to appear in court.
So it's a catch and release, huh?
So why in the world would he be released? That's what I want to know.
He should be in jail, sitting in jail.
Just rotting.
Just waiting to get that
It's
sentence.
on the tape. He should get COVID.
Yep.
He should lose his job.
Should become a social pariah. I'm okay with that.
Yes. A video claiming to show. I don't know why they keep saying it's claiming, because is this not the video? This is a video of someone beating down another
someone
person.
out. Looks like an employee.
Claiming to show the altercation in which a man repeatedly punches someone he's sitting on was posted to, of all places,
Facebook. Of course.
Facebook. So is the video of the altercation or is it of another altercation at Walmart?
How many altercations are happening at Walmart?
The video has since been removed from public viewing.
Like
the employee was probably getting too many hits.
Yeah.
Folks.
There you go.
The involved victim received minor injuries not requiring immediate medical attention. Well, that's good.
Thank God.
I'm happy to hear that.
Maybe that's why it was mischief.
Look, if I got beat in a store on a video,
I'm going to start to develop some secondary injuries.
Yeah, some
I'm going to start to
serious
develop
symptoms.
a lot of symptoms.
I'm going to lawyer up and I'm going to say,
right.
what can I develop? What can we develop over here?
I'm going to say, you know those fishing pants that we got over there? You know the thing I like the most about those fishing pants that we sell over there?
What's that?
Deep pockets.
Deep pockets.
Just like Walmart.
Woo!
Lawyer up.
We're going to lawyer up. We're going to take on Walmart. We're going to take on this dude. Time to make that bitch pay for his anger.
That's
and the
right.
store that made you say that.
That's right.
And the RCMP, they have a responsibility to enforce BC's mandate.
They do.
So they got to take it to this guy.
So individuals who refuse to wear a mask exhibit abusive or belligerent behavior or fail to comply with the patron conditions or requirements may be fined of an amount up to $230. Again, I don't think that's enough.
Is that Canadian? What is that in America? $75?
No, it's like $200, but or $109.
Is that enough of a deterrent?
I don't think so.
$5,000 is what you said.
I say $5K.
To me, in Canada, If you beat up someone because they asked you to wear a mask, they should make you have to be a Maple Leafs fan for life.
That's like you're rooting for a loser for the rest of your life.
That's worse than a death sentence right there. The mandate that face coverings are now mandatory in all retail space in the province was announced by provincial health officer Dr. Bonnie Henry last Thursday.
Yeah, there's a mandate. They have a mandate.
It's legit.
We should have a mandate.
It's only going to happen for a few more months until there's a vaccine. And a vaccine that I'm assuming these dipshits
will refuse to take because they're believing in some
because
weird
they think that Bill Gates is putting a tracker in the vaccine to find out to watch your every move.
Why?
What does Bill Gates need to do by watching
Bill Gates
your
doesn't
dumb
want to
life?
waste time watching you punch Walmart employees.
He doesn't give a shit about your meaningless life. Bill Gates could care less about you and your dumb life.
In a statement to the CBC News, Walmart spokesperson said the altercation was completely unacceptable and deeply troubling. Like a lot of things at Walmart.
Like some of the irregular clothing at Walmart, like the fact that they're selling guns at Walmart and other things.
Yeah.
Look, we know this behavior does not reflect our customers in Dawson's Creek, they said. And they will join us in condemning the assault.
Really?
That's not what Joey said to Pacey. I'm quoting Dawson's Creek.
That's right.
Now.
That's right. Said
because she said that to Pacey, and then she went out and married a short Scientologist.
That's right. She said he was drunk and trying to fight people.
Yeah, that's right. The Walmart altercation is not an isolated incident in the province. In the next story, this next story. Last Friday, this story makes me so mad. But if that story made you mad, it's kind of like a little double, like here's another issue.
If you hated that, you're now going to hate.
If you hated the people in this story, you're going to really
just
hate
wait till you meet these Canadian idiots.
Last Friday, an accountant for a hotel in Nelson, British Columbia, was spat on by an angry customer who refused to wear a mask.
Yeah.
Spat on.
I think spitting it's so intimate and it's so shitty. It's like
a grown man spat on a grown woman whom he did not know
in public,
not in a fetish dungeon.
No.
And here's where the story takes a turn. Shortly after, the manager said the woman who was spat on complained of chest pains. Turns out she had a massive heart attack and then collapsed.
Well, good. The woman who got spit on got a heart attack. Oh no, that's bad.
The customer is facing an assault charge. Give him COVID.
Yeah, watch him slowly die.
You deserve to die.
Let's at least get
a new vaccine out of this.
Let's harvest his blood do some
test
good
out
for
all
this
treatments on him. Lawyer up. Bury this dude. Make this asshole broke and homeless. You don't spit on a woman.
Fill his miserable mistake of an existence with total and utter regret.
Being homeless in Canada is not cool.
Not fun.
That's a lot of months of
Very cold.
It's like being a Maple Leafs fan.
No hope.
A lot of cold.
A lot of despair.
You're
just looking at a lot of nothingness.
Long winters is what it is.
That's exactly what it is.
Long winters.
All right, let's take a break.
Woo!
When we come back, it is time. I know many of you this weekend maybe already started put up your holiday decorations,
your trees and your lights.
We have a story about a guy who put up a really cool holiday decoration
and they got flack for it.
No, got the worst flack, racist flack, and we'll get into it right after this. Hey y'all, welcome back to the show. Want to remind people, we'll see you tomorrow on today on Stereo.
Today on Stereo,
we'll see you at noon on West Coast time. But on the 12th, we've got the Live Dumb People Town with our guests from the Dollop, Dave Anthony.
And they've already put it out to their fans, so those tickets are going fast.
Dave Anthony and Gareth Reynolds. If you're thinking about coming to the show, we are selling. It is selling out, is what I'm saying. Mac Lethal. If you don't know Mac Lethal, go check that dude out.
He is
YouTube.
One of the fastest, funniest, best rappers on the internet.
He's gonna do
his
Dumb
version of our theme song.
I can't wait.
Plus some other originals.
So Mac Lethal, he's amazing, and then Dollop, and we've got posters that we'll sign that will be for charity that you can buy if you want to do something good. So this is your holiday Christmas party. You're going to have fun. I know that sort of COVID restrictions are going to keep people really close to home. We're going to give you a night out at home. That's on Saturday night, the 12th at 6:30 West Coast time, 9:30 East Coast time. I think all the VIPs are sold out after the show, but there are still about 20 pre-show VIPs if you want to hang in that. Again, eventbrite.com, look up Live Dumb People Town, get those tickets there. Our YouTube page, Sklar Country, we're putting up episodes of Cheap Seats. We just put up bowling and bullfighting. It is so funny. I love these shows. Go tool around on that, subscribe to that page. And then on Facebook, we're putting up videos with commentary on it. Sklar Brothers, subscribe to that page. We'd love it. All right.
Okay. All right.
So we are in prime Christmas time right now. We are in
Is it officially
It's officially acceptable right now to put your Christmas and winter and holiday decorations up. Now, Jay and I, we never had Christmas decorations as kids. We knew Jews in St. Louis who did put up Christmas trees, but
our dad was like, no, we're not going to do that.
No way, no how. He used to call Santa Claus Santa Putz.
Which I think is funny.
Kind of funny when you think about it. Like, it's hilarious that, like, here's this holiday that people really love, the most genial of all characters, Santa Claus.
And our dad was like, let's take him down a peg.
Bring children's toys and
call them Santa Putz. Call them Putz. Up on the rooftop, click, click, click. Down in the gutter with old Saint Nick.
Funny
Dick Sklar. He may not have even written that song.
Funny Dick Sklar being funny. We never had it. Then I wound up and married a woman who is Jewish, but her family celebrated Christmas. Her grandfather worked for IBM in the 50s. IBM in the 50s, I don't know if you know this, slightly more anti-Semitic than the Nazi Party.
Okay.
And specifically, he worked with the Vatican to help develop a computer program in the 1950s to quickly decode the Dead Sea Scrolls. So he is a Jewish man working with the Vatican for IBM.
Pretending he wasn't Jewish.
Could not tell anyone he was Jewish. So my wife's mother, who grew up in that household, had a Christmas tree, and they celebrated Christmas all the time. And they did. So that was her life, even though she was a Jew. And my wife, who was raised that way, she then really wanted to do some sort of holiday decorations. And so we have a holiday tree in our house, and we have reindeer on the front lawn. They're already up, but we made a compromise. We put a yarmulke on the reindeer.
And you put a baby who's circumcised in the manger.
We did not do a circumcised baby in the manger, but we don't have a manger. It's just three.
Right.
It's 3 reindeer, and my oldest daughter, who is very funny, Daisy, gave them Jewish names. So the father is Goldberg, the mother is Latka, and she named the baby reindeer Schmeckel, which I don't have the heart to tell her that Schmeckel is Yiddish for penis.
Penis, yeah.
Which, I mean, maybe the kid's a dick. I don't know, but that's what it is.
Fair.
So that is, we have put it up, so I am cool with it. And I have to say, having never grown up with it in our lives, and Jay doesn't do this, I kind of like it. I'm sorry.
I like the music.
I like the music. I like the holidays. I like the fact that people come together. There's a togetherness. I like giving gifts. I like getting gifts. So the commercial nature, secular nature of Christmas and kind of the holidays and whatnot, I think is fun. I actually like it, and I'm not ashamed to admit it, and my dad's probably rolling in his grave, but like I'm not afraid to admit the fact that it's fun. I like it. We made our inside of our house like a winter wonderland. It's fun. It's wintry. It smells like pine needles in there. It's great. I like it. Okay.
Yeah, fair.
So I'm okay with people doing this. I'm like a 64-year-old woman at a miniature convention. I love all that shit.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
So that is how we did it. Schmeckel is up, and that's what it is. But
so this next story is about someone who put something up that they thought was cool within the spirit, which, by the way, we need to expand the spirit of what it is. This person tried to do that.
Yeah.
And then they caught heat for
was
it.
personal for them. As someone who put a yarmulke on a reindeer, I get what this guy's trying to do, make it personal for him, and then he got heat for it, and let's get into it. Chris Kennedy. His Christmas display features a 7-foot black Santa that stands in his yard. I saw it. It's amazing.
Amazing.
Along with a Christmas tree and a large shining sign that simply reads joy.
How can anyone get mad at that at all?
Well, get ready, Jay. You asked that, I shall tell you. So he received nothing but compliments since he first moved into his North Little Rock, Arkansas neighborhood. There's your problem right there. North Little Rock, Arkansas. No, this is they're kind of racist down there. I know I'm surprising a lot of people, but you're going to run into some racist people in Little Rock, Arkansas.
Some people didn't take kindly to his interpretation of Santa is what you're trying to
By
tell
the way,
me.
who the hell knows what Santa looks like?
No one's ever seen him.
You've never seen him.
Could be Asian.
He could be Asian. We don't know. And that'd be great. Just before Thanksgiving this year, Kennedy received in the mail an anonymous racist note condemning the decorations in his yard. And I'm going to assume the letter was riddled with misspellings, punctuation errors.
And handwritten.
It definitely wasn't proofread at all. Racists don't proofread.
Yeah, racists just write it once. They write
it once and never check it.
Cut once, measure 0 times.
They definitely don't try to punch up anything in their writing. They'll punch up at people.
Right, because they're swinging from down low.
Right.
They don't punch up their pros, is what you're trying to say.
The racists don't. This is what the letter said.
Hose before pros is their attitude.
That's right. You should not try. This is what the letter said. You should not try and deceive children into believing that I am a Negro, said the letter, which was signed Santa Claus. You being jealous of my race is no excuse for your dishonesty. Okay.
So this dumbass tried to make the letter from Santa Claus.
Yeah. From Santa. What in the actual F?
This is like a tooth fairy note. This is literally like
a racist tooth fairy note. These racists tried to write the letter from White Santa, claiming that their family representation of Santa was wrong. And
it's
born out of jealousy of the White Santa's race.
It's like a combination of being laughable and then also horrifying.
And insulting.
Yeah.
Like they thought a grown man would look at this letter, call his family together.
Real Santa, White
Real
Santa
Santa wrote us and said
a letter.
that the black Santa was pissing the real Santa off. We got to take him down.
Yep.
We got to take him down. Kennedy read the note over a live stream on his Facebook account, and he said, I'm trying to be as nice as I can in this very moment because I'm actually filled with rage. The fact that he just said that.
Oh, my God. That's more self-awareness than the dummy who wrote that.
That's right. And by the way,
you should be pissed.
That's right. Who the hell are these people to tell you what to do on your lawn?
How is it they're his 7-foot black Santa upsetting anybody?
Think about it. 7-foot black Santa is essentially, think about it, Shaquille O'Neal.
Yes.
Right? Who doesn't love?
Jolly, full of joy,
makes gifts
kids
to
happy,
people. Who doesn't love Shaq?
Makes everybody feel great.
He makes everything around. Like Papa John's Pizza was cratering, hemorrhaging. They're like, who's the only person we could bring on board to be a part owner to do it? Shaquille O'Neal.
That's why everyone wants him to do a commercial.
I can even I can tolerate those stupid general commercials because Shaquille O'Neal.
Because he's funny.
7-foot black Santa, Shaquille O'Neal, right there. If you told me that Shaquille O'Neal was actually Santa Claus,
I'd be like, I buy it.
Yeah.
I believe that.
I'd be like,
great on LSU. He was amazing on. He won some titles with
Orlando.
LA.
If anything, Kennedy has the right to send letters to everyone else who has a white Santa saying
Take
you're
yours
wrong.
down.
They're wrong. Sincerely, Black Santa or Shaq Santa.
Shaq Santa.
Everyone looks like an elf to Shaq. Let's be honest about that.
Yeah,
this makes sense, guys.
This does. Like possibly he could be up in the North Pole making
with
toys,
regular-sized people working.
but they feel like elves.
Thank you. In this video, he also revealed an image of white Santa with 2 thumbs down and a label taped to the front of the envelope that resembled the Lakewood Property Owners Association LPOA logo. So they wrote it from Santa Claus's perspective, but sent it in a Lakewood Property Owners Association envelope.
Well, maybe Santa has some of those envelopes laying
Maybe when did Santa become a member of the Lakewood Property Owners Association? I have no idea, Jay.
No clue.
He's got a lot of free time to get knee-deep in fence heights.
I guess so.
And mailbox widths. And discussions about how a kayak needs to be quarantined for 14 days before you can drop into the lake because of all the bacteria on the bottom of that.
Yeah.
Santa loves getting into recycling discussions, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah. He's all about it.
He likes that more than the naughty nice list, I'll tell you that.
He does.
The real quote, the real thing that angered me was the fact that the person who wrote it suggested I move out east where I guess they feel all black people live. Move out east? Didn't know White Santa was such a racist. I guess he is. So White Santa, who wrote this letter, apparently, if we're to believe that, let's buy into it, said, round up all the black people.
Dreaming of a white Santa.
Round up all the black people and send them back out east.
Yeah, but out east.
Where they're from.
Yeah.
Hey, you made this letter from White Santa, so don't say that it came from you. This all gets attributed to White Santa here.
Yeah.
And you think the 7-foot black Santa is going to ruin Christmas for people? Your white Santa, your white racist Santa is...
Talking about like uprooting families.
That's right. Sending people back
That's going to
east.
ruin a lot of people's...
So the LPOA was like, you'd best not drag us into this thing.
Good.
So what they did is awesome. And that's why I love the story because it actually restores faith in people, okay?
Let's hear it.
Everybody involved except for the people who wrote the White Santa letter.
Yep.
Okay. Had a Lakewood Property Owners Association Executive Director Evan Blake told CNN, this is the first time anyone ever in the Lakewood Property Owners Association in my opinion, this is the first time they didn't want to get involved in something. They'll stick their dumb nose in everything except this racist stuff. Blake said that he visited Kennedy and his family to condemn the letter. He also gave them a free membership to the LPOA as a gesture of assurance that the Kennedys are very much a part of the North Little Rock community. This is what I like about the holidays. This is what I was saying before, that I feel like in this time...
spirit.
I'll attribute it to winter. It's not just Christmas. It's the holidays. It's the feeling of wanting to do something nice for your neighbor. Holiday spirit is the truest sense of the word. This is exactly what this is. Nothing to do with religion, but I have to say I like it. We've never had anyone attack anyone based on their race. Racism is nothing that we like to discriminate against racism, and we will not stand for it. Way to take a stand against. I love it. So, and the community is rallying behind him in no better way than spreading some Christmas time cheer in their own lawns, because people are buying up black Santas everywhere and putting them in their own lawns.
In this neighborhood.
Yep. So black Santas all the way around. So now, if there is really a white Santa, you got to write letters to everybody.
You got to write
a lot of letters. This too. Really uncomfortable who wrote the racist letter. The LPOA is planning to display a black Santa on its office as soon as it gets it in the mail.
Good.
Again, great call.
Good.
Get to letter writing, racist white Santa. Although he's appreciative of the black Santas everywhere, Kennedy said, I'd appreciate it if you guys donated to the Ronald McDonald House. So he wants to even pay what happened to him forward. I love, and I'm sure people will do that too. I love this guy. Love he's paying forward. Keep smiling. Keep God first. I don't know about that. And push forward is the message that Kennedy wants to share with everyone. And I love that. I know Christopher Stackhouse, Dr. Reverend Christopher Stackhouse, he would love this guy too. And again, this is the spirit. Not the white racist letter writing Santa. Our dad would call the white racist letter writing Santa Santa Putz. There you go.
That's Santa Putz.
And that is a show. Guys, have a good one. Love it. It was a long one because it's been a while since we came back. We love you guys. Stay connected. Stay protected. Don't get infected. Now is the time to wear your mask. This is not a hoax.
But we've got the jokes. We'll see you at noon today on stereo, and then we'll see you on the 12th for Live Dumb People Time.
And we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
La ti da, la ti da ti da ti da, la ti da.